Well, hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I have been working on a series of content on drawing and painting for beginners. Beginners in the sense, those of you who have already started in your art journey and are not quite sure what to draw, how to draw, what material should I be using, how do I improve my drawing skills. Well friends, this series of videos that I will be doing part by part on drawing and painting, starting from this one, I suggest you watch them completely so that you won't miss out on the necessary topics you need to keep in mind before you draw and when you draw as well. And if you're new to this channel, check out the playlist section. I've uploaded quite a bit of videos there on different topics like still life, figures, landscapes and so on. And if you like the content, please consider subscribing to my channel and feel free to drop a comment as well, okay? Okay, first things first, what materials do I need? For this first exercise, all you're going to need is a cheap recycled paper and a pencil, 8B pencil or above 8B will be fine. The priority here is to create a certain flow in your hands. Normally, when we write using a pencil, we tend to use our wrists, right? But for drawing, we are going to be using our whole arm. The most used element in drawing are the lines. So we are going to practice different types of lines. The idea here is to create a flow in your hand. So using lines, we are going to do that. Make sure you have a 8B or a 10B. 10B is better. Just move your hand on the paper this way and get a feel of the paper, and when you feel you're comfortable, just draw lines like this. It doesn't have to go straight at the beginning, but by practice it will. So I've drawn a vertical line and a horizontal as well, and some diagonal ones. And a few zigzag lines. So what this exercise does is, it will free your hand. Your hand must not get stiff when you draw. It has to move in all directions. The goal here is to just practice these lines. You can do that on a used paper as well. Once you do this few times, it might get boring. So what you do is just practice some rectangular shapes or square, basically geometrical shapes. Make sure you're drawing these lines in a faster way. If you go too slow, it won't work much. So practice this daily. The straight lines that you saw just now, these lines are very useful when it comes to landscapes. And now for the curvy lines, you can hold pencil this way and draw a random line like this. Don't lift the pencil. Only thing you have to do is vary the pressure on the lines. In certain areas go dark, in certain areas go light. Move your fingers along the way. This will create some tension in the line. These lines, these curvy lines, are very helpful and are used mostly in figure drawings. So if you're wanting to learn figures, practice these lines all the time. I will be uploading some figure drawing tutorials as well, so stay tuned for that. You can use the pencil this way as well. Just a random line. If it gets boring, draw a shape of an apple or any fruit that you like. So again, the idea here is to vary the pressure on the line and not lift the pencil too much. Okay, I'm going to do a quick study, a quick sketch on how important these straight lines or these diagonal lines are going to be. This is a landscape I'm drawing.
See, once you practice these lines, it gets much easier when you're approaching subjects like a landscape or even a still life, where you have to use a lot of geometrical shapes. And the curvy lines that you saw earlier, you can use that to depict some trees. And some zigzag lines as well.
Well friends, this was the first exercise in drawing that is going to help you to create a certain flow in your hands, okay? Practice this exercise at least 25 times every day for a month, and this should help you to get more control over your lines. Your line quality is going to get improved, and the coordination that you need between your eyes and hands in drawing, that is also going to get improved. Let's move to the next exercise, which is about tonal values. This is also an important exercise. For this, you're going to need a piece of lead of a 10B pencil and a paper.
Well friends, as I said a moment ago, I have used lead from a 10B pencil. All you have to do is create a light tone with this, and then a bit medium tone, and then a dark tone, and repeat this and make a shape out of it using light, medium and dark in different angles. And use zigzag motion this way and increase the pressure on the lead to get a darker line. You can do this with the pencil as well. Use these zigzag strokes and add more pressure on the pencil, and then you will get a dark tone. And do that vice versa, dark to light, light to dark, and dark to light. So this is the exercise to get some control over the tonal values. And now I'm going to apply this same method to the drawing that I did previously. Some light tone on the distant foliage in the background, and it gets darker as it comes into the middle ground and foreground. See, and things that are closer to us, they appear much darker. So I'm going to use a dark tone for this. When you draw 25 to 50, it can get pretty boring. So along the way, you can do these simple sketches like I've done here. It can be a landscape or a portrait or even a still life, just to keep some interest when you draw. Okay, so practice this, as I said, at least 25 times every day, and this should help in your art learning process.
Friends, these were the two exercises that are important, and you need to practice them every now and then, and also even before you draw, because it will be a good warm-up exercise for you and your drawing process will run smoothly. The way I drew the lines, the way I placed the tonal values, these two exercises that you saw, you can use this method of drawing further into actual subjects like still life, like figures, landscapes, and so on. So practice these exercises, friends. I'm sure they will bring more quality in your drawings, and I think that's the goal for every artist, to make quality works. Well friends, I will be making more videos on how to apply this method, the application of this method into different subjects like still life, figures and landscapes and so on. How to create boldness in your drawing, how to create more melody in your drawing, basically how to make quality works. Okay, so stay tuned to this channel, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss out any more updates from this channel. Okay, on that note, I will see you in the next video. Feel free to drop a comment on this video as well. Okay, take care.